prayer. It is a fundamental aspect of every Muslim's life, but we often see it as an afterthought, a burden, something that has to be done around our busy lives. But what if we flip the script to not plan our prayers around our day, but to plan our day around the 5 daily prayers? So today, I will not only plan my day around the 5 salahs, but around 5 different masjids across the city of London. Will I succeed in praying every single prayer in congregation in a different masjid? I guess we'll see.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am on my way to West London Islamic Centre because today I am going to be participating in a race. We are going to be starting praying Fajr at West London Islamic Centre. The only issue, I am extraordinarily late.
Yet again, me snoozing my alarm multiple times has caused me to be late before I have even begun the race on the way to the start point. However, the night is still young, so it should be all good.
I'm gonna be honest folks, it's not looking good. I am being curtailed by camera after camera after camera with reduced speed limit after reduced speed limit after reduced speed limit for air quality. And now we are stuck in a myriad of average speed checks. And the speed limit just dropped again. Is this an issue of my own making? Yes. Should I have woken up earlier? Probably. Am I still annoyed? Definitely. Were those 5 extra minutes of sleep worth it? Potentially.
Sit right. I can't find the masjid. That's not good. It was so big and I missed it. Wow. That's crazy. Where's the entrance? We got this. We got this. We made it. Alhamdulillah. We made it. After racing through the streets of London, I was finally able to find myself inside the West London Islamic Centre, and alhamdulillah, I was able to catch the Fajr Salah.
والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد.
The West London Islamic Centre's rich history traces itself all the way back to the 1980s. It started off as 2 converted shops that had been turned into a prayer space for men and women. This small, humble prayer space in West London was able to grow into a landmark self-sufficient facility that spans 63,000 square feet, providing dedicated religious classes, a fully equipped fitness centre, a restaurant and bookshop. What started off as a small prayer space has grown into a mosque that has become the heart of well-being and welfare in the Muslim community.
That has been the first stop on our 5-stop race. Alhamdulillah, we were able to catch Fajr. Now the next stop is Wembley Central Masjid for Zuhr, inshallah.
So I just realized I haven't really explained what I'm doing. A lot of people have raced across London. A lot of people have prayed in a lot of masjids. I'm trying to do both. Now we're starting off in the west of London, and for each of the 5 daily prayers, that's Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha, I'm going to try to pray each of them at a different mosque. Now all in all, that's not that hard. So to make this a little harder on myself, and to make it more enjoyable to watch, I'm putting some restrictions into the kinds of transportation that I can take. The rule is I can only take 1 mode of transport throughout the day. I'm going to need to choose a different mode of transport every time I need to get to another masjid.
And here we are, away, onwards to Wembley Central Masjid. Courtesy of the Pillars app that I'm going to show on the screen right now. These are the Salah times for today. So Fajr time obviously has been early in the morning. Zuhr time will be at midday. Asr time a few hours after that. Maghrib even quicker after that, and then Isha right at the end of the day. Okay, so here's one of my concerns that I have, is that between Asr and Maghrib, we have a very small window, and I have already burned the car. So I can no longer drive anywhere, which means I'll have to rely on public transportation to some degree, whatever that may be. Or I don't know, hijack a plane. This is a joke. It's a joke in my pipe. It's a joke. Please. to go.
The day has become beautiful with blue skies and shining sun, so I've docked a pair of overly large sunglasses and we are making our way to Wembley Central Masjid, inshallah. The issue that I'm currently finding is not actually the time it takes to get to the masjid, it's the time it takes to find parking within London. That is really delaying us in all aspects. So, what is the route of this race that I'm on? Well, I'm trying to go across the entire city of London, all the way from the west to the east, and on the way visiting some of the major masjids that make up London. So we started this race in West London Islamic Centre, we're on our way to Wembley Central Masjid, then we're going to be going to London Central Mosque. After that we're heading north to the North London Islamic Centre, and the final stop on this race is one of the largest masjids in all of London, the East London Mosque.
Now, courtesy of the Pillars app, I know exactly the times that each of these salah starts. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for. However, the timings for the congregational prayer, the Jama'ah, are normally slightly later.
But for a goalpost figure, I'm going to be using the times that we have on the Pillars app. And hopefully, if I stick to those times, then I won't miss any of the congregational prayers that will be taking place in each of those masjids. Alright, the masjid is coming up just on our right hand side. Okay, that's the masjid there, Central Mosque, Wembley. We can see it on our right hand side. But now I need to deposit this car somewhere safe, because the rest of this journey will be done using other modes of transportation. In hindsight, doing this challenge on a Sunday would have probably been easier. All of these are permit holders only Monday to Saturday. Monday to Friday, here we are, yes. Okay, the parking signs are extraordinarily convoluted, but I think I've managed to find a space that I can leave the car for today.
Let me collect myself before we depart on our journey across London.
Okay, we left the car. We are now on foot. Well, we are now on other modes of transportation, whether it be train, bus, plane. All we know is it won't be the car. It is a cold winter's day today. I am wrapped up warm, and hopefully that will be enough. I just realized I'll have no idea where I'm parked on the way back, so sending myself a location ping so that I'll be able to follow the pin back to the car. Otherwise, I might just end up losing it. Okay, we are walking towards Wembley Central Mosque. Trying not to get run over at the same time, that would be helpful. And once we have arrived there, I can hopefully pray Zuhr, inshallah, and then we'll make the journey towards Regent's Park.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
So I've just arrived. It seems like sort of time has just started. I'll catch the Jama'ah. Wembley Central Masjid began in the early 1980s, driven by a passionate vision to serve the local Muslim community. In 1985, the committee purchased a modest 3-story house on Harrowdean Road, but as the congregation flourished, a larger space became essential. In 1993, they acquired their current home, an architecturally striking former church built in 1904. The building had stood abandoned for 15 years, neglected and in disrepair, but it was transformed into a sacred space with an ablution area, library and tea room. Shortly after, it was designated a Grade 2 listed building, cementing its historical significance. Now, with space for 1,250 worshippers, Wembley Central Masjid stands as a powerful symbol of faith, perseverance and unity, a beacon for generations to come.
We don't have much time, so I gotta stay focused and on task. And try not to get run over, that would be good as well. It appears that I may be lost. Ooh, the sun really be sunning today. Jeez, I need to just got hit by a bus. Right, everything's happening. Everything's happening at once.
After nearly being hit by the number 79 bus, I decided that it might be best to retrace my steps back towards the mosque before I accidentally caused a major traffic incident.
It appears, through no fault of my own, and due to a sick twist in fate, that I was in fact going the wrong way. Are we late? Maybe. Are we on schedule? Define schedule. Am I hopeful? Always.
With my plucky attitude, endless optimism and complete inability to take any kind of responsibility for being lost, I reverted back to using Google Maps to find my way towards the most expensive transit system in the world.
Okay, we are in the tube.
I then took a rather agonizingly long train all the way from Wembley Central to Baker Street Station. Then, having to climb up more stairs than I have in my entire life, I made it from the underground to the surface of Baker Street. My next destination, Regent's Park Mosque for Asr Salah.
Okay, there have been a few miscalculations. First one, I stopped to get lunch. That wasn't really a miscalculation. That was more of a purposeful action. The second miscalculation is that London Central Mosque uses a slightly different time for Asr than My Pillars app. So a quick lesson on the different types of timings for Asr. So there are two different timings. One is an earlier time, the second is a later time, or the Hanafi time, as it's also called. Now, My Pillars app is orientated to the Hanafi time, whereas London Central Mosque uses the earlier time. So I am in fact late. Now, if you're just joining us, I am on my way to the London Central Mosque to pray Asr. Having started this journey all the way in West London Islamic Centre, I drove to Wembley Central Masjid and I took the tube from Wembley to here Regent's Park. Now, I can no longer drive anywhere, I can no longer take the train. I am very quickly running out of modes of transportation, but inshallah I'll be able to find my way to the end of this escapade, right to East London Mosque. But for now, I need to catch Asr Jama'ah in London Central Mosque.
After traversing the trains of London, I was finally able to make it to London Central Masjid for the third prayer of the day, Asr Salah. The dream of a grand mosque in London began in the early 1900s, championed by visionaries like Lord Headley, a British convert to Islam. Momentum surged in 1937 when the Nizam of Hyderabad generously funded the project and Prince Azam Jah laid its foundation stone. A turning point came in 1940 during World War II when Lord Lloyd of Delabron convinced Winston Churchill that the British Empire, home to millions of Muslims, needed a central place of worship in Britain. The Churchill War Cabinet responded by gifting 2.3 acres in Regent's Park and allocating £100,000 for a mosque and Islamic cultural centre, construction began in 1974, backed by King Faisal of Saudi Arabia and Sheikh Zayed of the UAE, and was completed in 1977 for £6.5 million. With its striking golden dome, towering minaret and grand halls, the mosque became an architectural gem. Recognized for its historical and cultural importance, it received Grade 2 listed status in 2018, standing proudly as a monument of faith and unity in London.
I've just prayed Asr in London Central Masjid and have a little respite time where I need to make my way to Finsbury Park Masjid without using a car or the train in London. So that leads me to the bus. Although officially it is known as London Central Mosque, it is often referred to as Regent's Park Mosque because it is directly next to Regent's Park. So that's why I so often call it Regent's Park. So we are here, and this is London Central Mosque, right next to the Regent's Park. Shoo, go away, I don't have anything for you. Stop bullying me.
After being terrorized by the geese of Regent's Park, I ended up walking in the wrong direction for a significant amount of time, which meant I then had to double back to find the right bus, causing me to once again fall behind schedule and become late.
Yeah, so I was going the wrong way again, but it's okay. I've got myself back on track. Okay, I need to get here. That's where my bus will be. Alhamdulillah, the weather has held. It has not rained on me at all today. And I haven't been hit by a car either. So, on all grounds, we're good. The sun is getting pretty low though. So, it looks like Maghrib time is fast approaching. So I need to find my bus and hope I can make it in time to the North London Islamic Centre. Inshallah. Is that my bus? Oh. No, that's not my bus. Okay. 113. I need to get the 274, I think. Or something along those lines. Bus numbers are variable, right? They're like plus minus 1 and 2. Alhamdulillah, I have made it off the bus. I now remember why I don't often take buses, and that is because as soon as I got on one, I immediately got motion sickness. So that was fun. But now we are here in Islington, inshallah. Next stop is to pray Maghrib at Finsbury Park Mosque, or the North London Islamic Centre. From starting all the way in West London Islamic Centre, driving to Wembley, taking the train to Central London Mosque, and now having traversed a bus that has made me motion sick, I have arrived in Finsbury Park Mosque, where I shall be praying Maghrib Salah in Jama', inshallah. Yeah, I've got a bit of time to kill, so I'm just gonna wander around, see what's what. The bus route didn't actually take as long as expected, but was less traffic than anticipated. So, got about 15 minutes, gonna look around North London.
As per usual, I got lost. So the extra 15 minutes that I actually had ended up being negative 5 minutes, and I actually had to rush to the mosque in order to catch the Maghrib Salah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
In the 1960s, a small room in a guest house at 7 Woodville Road was being used as a prayer room for a small group of Bangladeshi Muslims who had immigrated to London for work. This small prayer room became the origin for the Finsbury Park Mosque that we know today. As the congregation grew, a larger site was procured on St Thomas Road, and a new building was built, which at the time was one of the largest mosques in the UK. The opening of the mosque was attended by Prince Charles, or as we know him today, King Charles III. North London Islamic Centre has had a somewhat turbulent history. After having to close for a number of years following a police raid, it reopened in 2006 under new management. Sadly, the troubles didn't end there. In 2017, multiple worshippers were struck in a van attack against the Masjid, resulting in one member of the congregation being killed. However, the community rose again from this hate crime into a beacon of peace and unity. Today, it's renowned for interfaith dialogue, youth programs, and food drives. It partners with schools and charities, building bridges across communities. A hub of inclusivity, it continues to inspire resilience, tolerance, and positive social change in London.
Alhamdulillah, prayed Maghrib at the North London Islamic Centre, and I am tired. We started with Fajr prayer at the West London Islamic Centre, and then we drove to the Wembley Central Masjid. From there we took the train to Regent's Park. From Regent's Park we took the bus to Finsbury Park, and now we need to figure out a way to get to the East London Masjid. Now we've used all forms of traditional transportation, so really there's only one thing that's left to us. Let's go. Oh, these are great. This is fantastic. I'm so cold though. I am freezing. I got this. 25 minutes of cycling. Inshallah, we'll get to East London before Isha even starts. And then we'll have more than enough time to pray in Jama'ah. Oh, I am so tired. This has been quite a grueling challenge, I'm not going to lie to you. I am beat. It has been a long day. I have been to 4 different masjids. I'm on my way to a 5th. But alhamdulillah, we are moving. I'm going uphill, barely even feel it. Okay, now I feel it slightly.
Dreams, in my life.
So this is it, the final stretch. Starting off all the way in West London in the world's most beautiful car, then taking the most prestigious and expensive transit systems in the world, riding on top of one of the most iconic and overcrowded national icons in the entire country. I am now making my way to the final stop, the last masjid in this challenge, East London Mosque. And what amazing checkpoints these masjids have been to this challenge. Places that are frequented every single day by all manners of ethnicities, nationalities, and races, all united under the banner of Islam. These places, these great masajids, are hidden gems in the city of London. Each built with unique architecture, all serving different demographics of people. These are not just mere buildings that one passes in the street, but testaments to the exceptional hard work that these communities have done in order to make the city a more diverse, inclusive, and accepting place. But enough about that. It's now time to focus and lock in as I cover these last few miles and make my way towards Whitechapel, the final destination in this great adventure.
Dream a lot of things in my life. You dream.
Alhamdulillah, I have reached East London Masjid. The end of our journey. I'm about to go inside and pray Isha Salah. It's been a long ride.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah.
استقيموا واعتدلوا الله أكبر.
Over a century ago, there was a vision to create a London Masjid. In order to achieve this vision, a London Mosque Fund was created in 1910. During this period, the Muslims of London would rent various rooms for Friday prayers and special occasions. By 1940, enough money had been raised in this fund for 3 homes to be purchased on Commercial Road. These houses were converted into the very first London mosque and opened on Friday the 1st of August 1941. However, a mere 34 years later, in 1975, the premises on Commercial Road were acquired by the Greater London Council under compulsory purchase. This meant that once again, the need for an East London Masjid was created. The local community sprang to action and raised £2 million with the help from the governments of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Britain. In 1985, the new East London Mosque opened, a large purpose-built masjid with a dome and minarets. It soon became a landmark of the London East End, serving thousands daily. It's a spiritual, educational, and social hub for Muslims across the capital.
Alhamdulillah, with that we are finished. We started off in the west and here we are now in the east, having completed this challenge. So that's it, the challenge is over, the adventure is over, and the video is over. Jazakallah khair for watching, see you next time.